Formula One on the streets of Monte Carlo has, down through the years, often seen phenomenal battles where a car with better performance, either from the driver or from the machinery, has found itself out of position and has then had to try and regain the top spot. In our Series F Grand Prix cars from 73 to 76, the 3-litre machines provided us just such a piece of competition. Jean Alesi from the outside of the front row in the Ferrari 312P3 got the start that he so desperately wanted, having qualified almost 2 seconds slower than the Lotus 77 of Marco Werner, who was on pole position. Outside of the front row, converted into the lead, and from then on it was the Alesi and Werner show. Just a brilliant start, exactly the right amount of wheel spin from Alesi to claim the lead. Werner having to defend against Michael Lyons in the McLaren M25. For a wee while there was 4 cars with Julian Andlauer in the battle, and then the leading pair began to break away. Interrupted by lapping traffic, but still Werner was able to find the pace to get on to the back of the leader.
And we knew that Marco Werner had the pace, as you said, John, on pole by nearly 2 seconds. He was always able to close up again, even if he lost a bit of ground in traffic. Time and time again, he got on the tail of Alesi. Looked a little, there was a feint here, a feint there, to see what he could do, where he could find a way past. But Alesi was back in the cockpit of a Ferrari and determined to take a win. Near contact going into Portier, but every time they slightly stumbled, Michael Lyons closed in the McLaren M26. Jean-Denis Delatraz picking up places, should have started in the middle of the grid, didn't get away in the formation lap, so he attacked from the back in the Hesketh, was going great guns. He'd have loved this run. Through the tunnel they went, still Alesi just in front of Marco Werner, going past the Amon as though he was standing still. Almost was, and somehow, just somehow, Alesi managed to get turned into the chicane. Little bit of contact, little bit of nose damage there for the Lotus. That wasn't the last time the Lotus hit the back of the Ferrari.
Alesi having to drive defensively and make sure there was not anywhere near a Lotus width between his Ferrari and the side of the circuit. It meant sometimes 1 or 2 unconventional lines. Well, Gotha made sure he was out of the way through the Casino Square part of the circuit as the leaders stormed through and the battle continued. Werner tried everything, pushing right up to the back of the Ferrari on a number of occasions going down the start-finish line, but couldn't translate that into a passing opportunity of any great note at Saint-Devote. And then contact between first and second. Alesi in the wall, the Ferrari damaged. Hand out of the cockpit from Alesi, not happy. He knew that there'd been contact in the back of his car, and I'm sure Marco did as well. But what were the circumstances? Did the Ferrari stumble? It was significant enough to unload the rear tyres of the Ferrari and leave 2 black marks on the road. Alesi disappointed, the Ferrari broken. Werner carrying on to take the checkered flag, which came early, and because of another incident, not for the former Niki Lauda car on the start-finish line. It was the Surtees that went in very heavily at the exit of Casino Square, over the top of the rise. Car gets loose. I've got it. No, I don't. Nose wiped off.
Waved yellow flags at the top, and immediately below it, suddenly out came the red flags. Debris on the track, and that meant the Lotus came through. It had already gone past the scene of that spin. Victory for Marco Werner, or so we thought. Second place for Michael Lyons, and third place for young star Julian Andlauer. However, that wasn't how they were called up onto the podium after considerable debate, because it seems a time penalty of 15 seconds was added.